Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to our channel, Dayton Squad. So on today's video is the Philippine Airlines flight for the month of March and beyond. Details coming right up. So Philippine Airlines has just posted their flight schedule for the month of March. And with the new updates from the Philippine government for the last few days, let us check if Philippine Airlines has more flights to the Philippines and around the world this month and beyond. So let's go over the details of their flight schedule. Philippine Airlines flight for March and beyond, advisory number 146 as of March 1st, 2021, 6 p.m. Dear PAL passengers, here are our scheduled international flights. Kindly check daily our social media accounts or www.philippineairlines.com for updates as schedules may change for reasons beyond our control. For international flights, new quarantine capacity limitations have prompted authorities to impose flight arrival restrictions at Manila Airport, thus requiring airlines to cancel some previous scheduled flights and or may reroute other flights to other airports such as Cebu and Clark. Please check regularly for flight schedule updates. Please note that there are new entry restrictions for certain types of travelers to the Philippines, so you can check the link for eligibility to fly to the Philippines. Entry requirements for various countries are constantly being updated. For more information, please check government website of your country of destination. So for the information of everybody, Philippine Airlines is the most updated airlines of all airlines if you are flying to the Philippines. They impose what the Philippine government is going to implement. So like I said, they are very updated on who can enter the Philippines, who cannot enter the Philippines, if there are some changes on the travel update going to the Philippines. So always check their social media accounts or their website for recent travel updates. Just a disclaimer, I am not in any connection with Philippine Airlines. I am just giving information, or I am just giving you guys the latest flight schedule of Philippine Airlines for March and beyond. So this is not a sponsored video. It's just for general information for my subscribers. So let's go over the flight schedule of Philippine Airlines for March and beyond. For Manila, Los Angeles, and vice versa, they now have 5 times a week. That's every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. For Manila, San Francisco, and vice versa, 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. For Manila, New York, they have once a week. That's every Friday. And from New York to Manila, they have once a week every Saturday. Manila, Honolulu, and vice versa, they have 2 times a week. That's every Tuesday and Friday, except on March 2 and 9. Manila to Guam, they have 2 times a week, every Thursday and Sunday, except on March 4. Guam to Manila, they have 2 times a week, every Friday and Monday, except on March 5. So please take note of those dates that they don't have flight on the said schedule. So if you guys are curious on what's the ticket prices for this month of March, so let's check some prices. If you guys are coming from the United States, we will use Los Angeles as our example to check prices for the US bound flights. So let's do our booking from Los Angeles going to Manila. Then departure date would be on March 8th. The return would be on April 15 for one passenger. Let's see how much the price for that. So the price range from $852 to $712.20. So There's also 637 and 20 cents. That's the cheapest I could find. But for this schedule, it's 712 and $20. Then for the return, it's a bit cheaper. It's a bit cheaper for 400 bucks. So for round trip ticket from Los Angeles to Manila and vice versa, that would total $1,112.50. Manila-Toronto once a week every Wednesday, and Toronto to Manila once a week every Thursday. Manila to Vancouver, they have 2 times a week. That's every Thursday and Saturday until March 27, except on March 6. Then 3 times a week, that's every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, effective March 28. So please take note of these changes. Vancouver to Manila, they have 2 times a week, every Friday and Sunday, until March 27, except on March 7. Then 3 times a week, every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, effective March 28. So let's check prices from Vancouver, Canada to Manila and vice versa. Departure date would be March the 5th and return would be April 13. So these are the prices for Vancouver going to Manila. 793 Canadian dollars and 51 cents. Then the return would be, it's always cheapest for the return, $455. So let's see the total for round trip from Vancouver to Manila. So the total for the round trip ticket from Vancouver, Canada to the Philippines and vice versa is 1,249 Canadian dollars and 83 cents. Manila to Oakland and vice versa, their flight is on March 7 only. Flight will stop over in Brisbane. Manila to Sydney, they only have 2 flights scheduled for this month. That's on March 13 and 27. Sydney to Manila, they only have 2 flights scheduled for this month, March 14 and March 28. These flights will have a stopover in Melbourne. Melbourne to Manila only has 2 flights for this month. That's on March 14 and March 28. For flights coming from Australia, it's a lot easier to book it on the dates that they only have flights for this month. They don't have much flights coming from Australia going to the Philippines. So if you guys still plan to go to the Philippines and you guys are coming from Australia, these are the scheduled flight of Philippine Airlines from all over Australia. So just follow the dates that they have on their flight schedule for March. Manila to Singapore and vice versa, they have daily flights, so that's from Mondays through Sundays. Manila to Kuala Lumpur and vice versa, they have once a week every Wednesday. Manila to Jakarta once a week every Sunday. Then Jakarta to Manila once a week every Monday. Manila to Bangkok and vice versa, that's once a week every Wednesday. Manila to Ho Chi Minh City in Saigon and vice versa, they have 2 schedules for this month. That's on March 10 and 24. Then Manila to Tokyo, this is in Haneda and vice versa. They have 3 times a week every Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday. Manila Tokyo in Narita and vice versa, they have 5 times a week every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday until March 14. Daily effective March 15. So please take note that Manila Tokyo, this is in Narita, and vice versa, they will have a daily flight starting March 15. For Cebu Tokyo, still in Narita and vice versa, they only have one flight this month. That's on March 20. For Manila to Fukuoka and vice versa, they have 4 times a week every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Manila to Osaka in Kansai and vice versa, 5 times a week every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday until March 14 except on March 5. Then they will have a daily flight effective March 15. Then Manila to Nagoya and vice versa, they have 4 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday until March 14, except on March 5. Then 5 times a week, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, effective March 15. Manila to Hong Kong and vice versa, they have 4 times a week. That's every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Then Manila to Taipei and vice versa, they have 3 times a week, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Manila to Dubai and vice versa, they have 5 times a week, every Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Then Manila to Dammam and vice versa, they have 5 times a week, every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, effective March 2. Manila to Riyadh and vice versa, they have 5 times a week, every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, until March 6. Then 5 times a week, every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, effective March 8. So please take note of those changes for flights from Manila to Riyadh and vice versa. Then Manila to Doha, they have 3 times a week, every Monday, Thursday, and Friday. So if you guys are coming from one of these Asian countries, here are the ticket prices for this month of March. So let's say you're flying from Singapore, going to Manila and vice versa. Departure date would be March the 7th and the return would be on April the 12th. Let's see what the prices are. So these are the prices if you are flying from Singapore going to Manila. These are their price range. This is in Singaporean dollars. Let's see how much the round trip ticket would cost. So the round trip ticket for Singapore going to Manila and vice versa is 325 Singaporean dollars. So let's try another one. Let's see if you are coming from Dubai, going to Manila and vice versa. Departure date would be on March the 10th and the return would be on April the 21st. Let's see what the ticket prices are. So these are the ticket prices for March if you guys are flying from Dubai going to Manila and vice versa. So let's see how much the round trip ticket would be for this flight if you guys have plans on flying to Manila with Philippine Airlines from Dubai and vice versa. The round trip ticket would cost 4,125 dirhams. So these are the flight schedule of Philippine Airlines all over the world for the month of March and beyond. So let's go over those special reminders from Philippine Airlines. Special reminders for all our passengers. Trace contact tracing app requirement. All passengers flying to, from, or within the Philippines must download and register through Trace Contact Tracing, a unified and automated contact tracing app before proceeding to the airport. This is a requirement of the Philippine government authorities for all international and domestic passengers, whether arriving in or departing from any airport in the Philippines, to enable health authorities to notify travelers who may have had contact with a COVID-19 patient. Passengers who do not have mobile phones or any other mobile gadgets may go to the Trace Help Desk located near the terminal entrance in all Philippine airports and at the arrival area of international airports. For registration assistance and QR code printing, passengers traveling to the Philippines from overseas countries are advised to download the app before they embark into their trip. Passengers arriving in the Philippines are required to register on case investigation forms depending on their travel type and port of entry. For land-based OFW arriving in Manila, you will have to register with Red Cross. For land-based OFW, you have to create or update your account on the OFW Assistance Information System or OASIS. For sea-based OFW, you will have to register with First Aid. Then for all non-OFW passengers, including returning overseas Filipinos, authorized foreign nationals, etc. arriving in Manila, you will have to register with Philippine Airlines ECIF. I will leave all these links in the description box of this video for different types of passengers that needs to register for ECIF form. Passengers arriving in Cebu are required to register online not earlier than 5 days prior to their flight departure via the passenger arrival registration form. I will also leave the link as well in the description box if you guys are landing in Cebu. If you need any tutorial on this, we have tutorials on how to fill up your ECIF form if you are flying with Philippine Airlines. Just check our travel update videos. Passengers arriving in Clark are required to fill out the health declaration card, case investigation form, and affidavit of undertaking to be collected upon arrival. I will leave all the links of this form that you guys can download and you can fill it up ahead of time. I will leave all the links in the description box. Payment of the fees for the swab test as well as the cost of hotel accommodation shall be shouldered by the traveler, except that the cost of OFWs shall be shouldered by the Overseas Workers Welfare Administration or OWA, and for land-based OFW and by Marina or the local manning agency for sea-based OFW. For all international travelers, please check the most updated travel regulations in government website of your destination country, as well as your country of departure. These governmental regulations may change frequently and may have impact the status of your flight or your acceptance for boarding. So the secret to have a successful flight to the Philippines, always check for the latest travel update before even booking that flight or before even booking that ticket going to the Philippines. It's important that you know all the necessary requirements and all the necessary documents that you need to bring before you fly to the Philippines. And make sure that you are eligible to enter the Philippines when you fly during the time of the pandemic. So this is the latest Philippine Airlines flight advisory on their flight schedule for the month of March and beyond. So this is a heads up to all our kababayans who still have plans to visit the Philippines during the time of the pandemic. So these are the flight schedule if you guys are flying with Philippine Airlines. So these are the schedules for flight coming from the United States of America or from Australia or from Canada or to any Asian countries. So here are your flight schedules for the month of March and beyond. But please take note that these ticket prices may change anytime without any notice from the Philippine Airlines. So right now we are checking ticket prices. It doesn't mean that this will be the same price when you guys are scheduled to fly in the Philippines. Like I said, ticket prices are subject to change anytime. So please take note of that. Thank you so much guys for watching. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family whom you know that can use this video as reference. If you are new to our channel, welcome. We do travel updates, and if you are not a subscriber yet, please consider subscribing and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you will be notified on updates like this. And to our subscribers and new subscribers, thank you so much for the continued support and trust to our channel, the NON-OFWs Squad. I hope to see you guys on our next travel update. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless everyone. Bye.